Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Let's talk about it. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to Mighty LDBC. This is Painful Excellence Podcast. I see we got in the building. The beautiful Almond Eye salute. My brother Jason, Todd Swindle, Shogun, Rod Neal, Eric H., Eric Ern Jordan, Melvin Harris, Frank from the Land, Squeegee Kid, my brother, Mind of Matza, Musa, Chilltown Majors, Night Train. Night Train, I know your former service, so I'm going to be referring to you a few times. Anybody that has served, let me know. I have questions. I don't know. I have questions. I just need y'all input because I've never served. Phenomenal Mexican, Derek Gaines, Boxing Freak, salute. Hen Dog, the fearless one. So, I have questions and y'all need to help me out with this. So last week I had gotten some word that my brother Kondo, salute. Todd Swindle, you served? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of help with this one. Need a lot of help. So that word that they're considering bringing the draft back, and they want all men between the ages of 18 to 26 to register. And I looked at that and I said, F you. I mean, now my kids, definitely not me. I'm in shape, but I'm also 48 years old. And you can't make me a shoulder. Drive and give me 20. You do it. What are you gonna do? Beat me up? No, not doing it. Can't make me a soldier. That day is come and gone. When they do things like this, that tells me that there's a problem with people volunteering for the armed forces. And when I read this, I said, uh-oh, they're having a problem. Now, I don't know much. I know a lot of people that have served. I never really got into their business. I know people that actually saw live combat. I know one disabled veteran, buddy of mine. I know a few women that did serve. Khalid, what's going on? But in this day and age, my question to you in the chat, Teach, what's going on? My question to you in the chat are, these men, a lot of these men, these young men between the ages of 18 to 26, I wouldn't trust them, making me some French fries. Because you know why? Jeff Sparks, salute. Because you know why? All the young men that are doing something with their lives, I don't want them enlisting and getting blown away. Because there are some young men that are the future of these countries. These are the future CEOs, businessmen, politicians. I don't want them going over there overseas getting blown up. But we do need an army, right? See, in my time, I had some friends that wanted to do that. And, we considered it. I considered it. You know what I mean? I figured, to be honest, it was a free ride through college and a head start on life, because back when we were considering it, in our mind, we were not close to having a war. The last war that we had, in my mind, I think it was Vietnam. And, we were standoffish with Russia, but in my mind, we weren't close to a war, right? And when I was considering going into the armed forces, I believe Bill Clinton was the president. I said, man, it ain't no war. No war. Yeah. Now, phenomenal Mexican before the Gulf War. See, the Gulf War. Hold on, let me make sure Let me make sure. Let's go to Google. The Gulf War was 1990 to 1991. Now, let me tell you something. Goddamn. Listen, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When we thought about it, Stormy, salute. And if y'all missed Nerds on Culture, you watch the replay. Listen, when we thought about the armed forces, the Gulf War happened under goddamn Bush. And a lot of us changed our mind really fast. We was like, whoa, there's a war? Hold on a minute. What's happening here? Because we were thinking free ride through college. I'm sorry. You can either go to college or you can go to the armed forces. All right? Do a few years there. And then the plan was to come back to New York and get a state job or stay with the military and work. And basically, you get your free ride. Once they see military, you get, when you take civil service exams, they ask you, are you military? And you get like, some of those tests, they was giving out like 20 points. So it's a free ride. So we was thinking, let's go to the military. We get a free ride. Do about 4 or 5 years there. We come back and get jobs. Gulf War. I was like, oh, snap. Now, there was a couple of guys, because I graduated high school in 94, right? There was a couple of guys that was a little older than us. They went for that free ride, and they got sent to that war in the Gulf. I remember that. We was like, oh, shoot. But then, how do you enlist to the military and then get mad when you got to go to war? Which brings me to this. I remember watching Instagram, and there was a female black woman sitting in her car in her uniform, and she was bitching and moaning because they were talking about they might have to ship her ass out to the actual combat that you was trained for. But she was so used to whatever she was doing administration work. She was pushing pencils for a good while. And now she got noticed, you might have to go bust some guns. And she was sitting in her car having a meltdown wearing a uniform. And I was like, baby girl, you signed up for this. You signed up for this. Todd Swindle says the Gulf War was 95% fought in the air. I don't know what was going on. I know the guys that were a couple of years older than us, they enlisted, and then I think a year and a half later, I don't mean to laugh, they had to go fight. And that was not in the plan. They're like, oh shit, yep, now you gotta go bust some guns. Or go AWOL. Night Train says no. I don't know, bro. Y'all would know better than me. I don't know nothing about what was going on in the military. I don't know nothing about it. But my gosh. Night Train says we do more before noon. That slogan that got me. Yeah, bro. Yeah, listen. I do know people that went to the military and they loved it. They loved everything the military did for them. But I know my play was go there for about 3 to 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. There was a plan. I was gonna stay there all my life. I was gonna go there, after high school, get some experience there, come back, get a civil service job with those military points. But you see, the joke would have still been on me because we had a couple of wars since then, and I don't give a damn what I was doing. I could have got called back to active duty because I'm not retired. You see how that works? Yeah, Kondo. Army was going to pay for the college, not war. And a lot of those kids, they got caught out there off the heels of Clinton and Bush #1 and Bush #2 and 9/11. Bro, if you caught out there, you caught out there. Quiet Storm said, I did 21 years. Don't call me back. John Pound, salute. Man. But that's some scary stuff, man, to have bullets flying over your head. But you sign up for it. And this sister was sitting in the car, and I almost felt bad for her. But I said, Tone, what up? I almost felt bad for her. But then I said, this sister signed up for this, man. She signed up for this. Like, again, I was going to try and get a free ride, but then the joke would have been on me. I'd have missed the Gulf War. But Bush 1 and Bush number 2, I'd have got caught for something. I think I might have been caught up in that 9/11 thing. Yep. That's crazy, right? But can I ask y'all a question? Do you have confidence in our military at this point? Think about the shit you see on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all of these pranks and everything else, and these brothers wearing fingernails and they want to identify as binary. The boys want to be girls and the girls want to be boys, and they don't want to identify as this. Man, we can't even, men and women can't even date properly. Oh wait, what did my brother Jose said in Cuba, Drew? You got to do 4 years, no matter what. Only as men. Oh wow, that's crazy. Do you have any faith? Do you have any faith in our armed forces at this point, based off of what you see on social media? And I know not everything we see on social media is real, but we do see the atmosphere from behind the cameras, right? We see that. And it's like, I barely have faith in our future as a country. The American family is dead. It's pretty much dead. Women are fighting with men. Men are fighting with women. The family's gone. I keep reiterating that. So who's going to defend our soil? Listen, when it's over for us, it ain't going to be by some bomb or nothing like that. They've rotted us from the inside out. This is what they do. So don't take my word for it. And my brother, International Quiet Storm, in that super chat, he says, not at all, Drew. I work with them every day. See what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah, look what John Pound says. My nephew just turned 18. They're far from built for this. Very worried. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to do a show about Tay-Tay, salute. I'm going to do a show. See? Quiet Storm's telling you. I'm going to do a show about the difference between my era and what I see today. How did I survive the 70s and 80s? I was born in 75. And the things, listen, when you're riding in the back of a hot-ass Cadillac on a hot summer day and your uncle has leather seats that's been sitting in the sun, and now he says, come on, boys, and you're down south visiting family that you only see once a year, got a billion cousins, and it's like, all right, it's time to go to Aunt Ethel's house. I legitimately had an aunt named Ethel somewhere. And we hop in that damn car. Do y'all know what it's like to have your skin touch the back seat of a Cadillac with leather interior that's been sitting in the mother skunting sun for only 10 minutes? It's 104 degrees in South Carolina. And your uncle screaming at you, come on, let's go. There were no seatbelts. And when he makes the hard turn, there's empty beer cans on the bottom of the damn floor of the Cadillac. And you're like, oh, Unc is partially intoxicated. And now we're on our way somewhere else. He's not wearing a seatbelt. He got a cigarette. All the adults that did smoke smoked in the house. I had a cousin. He smelled like Newports, and he didn't smoke. Let me go back up to what our brother Mojave said. In Eritrea, I'm sorry if I'm ruining your country's name, brother. He said the military service is indefinite after you turn 18. Sadly, the soldiers are subjected to slavery work, abuse across the board, and if you avoid the military, you get sent to jail. What the fuck are they preparing for? They do that to the men just in case. Oh, God. Listen, if you was born and raised in America, you are blessed. Trust me. How the hell did I survive the 70s and 80s? I don't know. But we're going to talk about it. Because these kids today are soft. I recall, like I was just telling Stormy, every summer, well, throughout the year, but summertime was real pivotal. We had a routine on Saturdays. We went outside. It would be like 90 degrees outside on average. We go to the sandbox. We had wooden equipment, not this plastic stuff. And then some of it was with iron in it. And it's in the sun all day. So you touch it and you get burned. We had burn marks. The wooden equipment get splinters. Didn't want to go upstairs because you lived too far. So you just continue playing with a splinter in your damn hand all day. Get infected. So what? Spit on it. You try and suck it out. Spit it out. I had a splinter in my finger for 3 days. I was in the shower and, oh yeah, the splinter came out. Yeah. Abel says it's all across the board, men and women. Risk their lives to avoid the military at all costs. Once you're in, you have a little chance of getting out. That's bad, man. Exactly, Tay. But at 2:30, we stopped what we was doing. Why? We had to, your mom said you could have company? Or we had to decide whose house we was going to, because why? At 3 o'clock in New York, Channel 5, Shaw Brothers Kung Fu movies would come on. So we had to go to someone's house and watch the movies. From 3 o'clock to about maybe 4:30. Then we go back outside. My era is the best era. We used to slap box, play wrestling. We played hot peas and butter. Y'all kids don't know what that is. You play hot peas and butter with a kid right now, he'll call the police. Kill the carrier. Forget football, kill the carrier. We ain't have enough people to play a full game of football. We play kill the carrier. I know what that is. We grew up different, man. Play fighting, smackdowns. Come on, man. These kids are soft today. In high school, walking through the hallways, slap your boy for no reason, throwing hands. It kept you sharp. Slap boxing, wrestling. Don't let it be your birthday. You was getting it. Birthday punches. These kids today, pussycat. Y'all called the Killer Man? Yeah. We grew up, looking back, it was normal for us. Fall down, bust your lip, and just stay outside. Traveling boss says I travel to China and Russia a lot for business. Russia outproduces the entire NATO for ammo and missiles. War with China would ruin the USA. Those politicians have dual citizenship and dual loyalty. We're done, bro. And now they're talking about this military stuff. Now, do you understand when I talk about how they remove the male from a position of power in the American household? Because what you don't know is that it's deeper than just a black thing. White men are having the same problem. Yes, salute. They're having the same problem. That other channel, Tribe of Men, they talk about the same thing, and he's white as white can be. White men are going through the same thing. They're getting passports and everything. Young DZ, salute. Same thing. Reef, my brother. Same thing. And what's consistent? The household has been rotted from the inside out. The men are not in charge. They're putting the women in charge. The men don't want to deal with the women. The women are saying that they're bosses. You're a boss, but you're relying on Uncle Sam, or you're running around chasing baby daddy or ex-husband for money, but you're a boss. So now we over here fighting with each other. And the kid you trying to raise, you're trying to co-parent, but y'all hate each other. You hate each other so much. Who's raising your kid? TikTok. And while I was growing up, slap boxing and wrestling in the street, falling on concrete, getting strawberries on your elbow. Y'all know what a strawberry is. Doing what boys did to grow up into men. Your kid, when I was about 10 years old, 11, 12, 13, while I was doing that rough stuff, your kid is in front of TikTok doing the cinnamon challenge and doing the latest dance. Your boy. TikToking it up. Your boy. Painting his fingernails. Your boy. Wearing shorts that look like a skirt. Your boy. Wearing belly shirts. Your boy. Painting his fingernails, wearing lime green purses. I can't get over this painting the fingernail stuff. Your boy. And when the man is looking at that like, yo, men don't do this. That's a fight with your girl or your wife. Let him do what he needs to do. No. But what can you do when the court system tells you, pay for your child, but the child stays with the mother? What do? You can't do nothing. But then you turn around, and now we're at the point now when men are saying, he'll grow out of it. Bro, Boxing freak, that's exactly what they say. And what we got? Anarchy. Because while the men are fighting with the women, the kids are raising themselves with TikTok challenges and painted fingernails, loud colors, and now we need a military. You trust these little boys? From the time they're children, these mothers are raising them to be a certain way. Do you think these girls know how to raise boys? And a lot of these women are keeping their sons away from their fathers because they have a personal feeling with the dude that they chose to reproduce with. Have at you. Watch this. Marvelous Track says, co-parenting tough when your baby mama not on the same page. Absolutely, man. I see it all the time, and it's frustrating. I'm blessed, man. But goddamn, man. Goddamn, it's tough. But watch this. I'll give you a good example. Ebony K. Williams. If she has a boy, watch out. Watch out. Who's going to teach that boy how to be a boy? Who's going to teach him? Who's going to teach him? No woman could, they can't do it. I don't care what they say. They can't do it. Vice versa. No man can teach a young lady how to be a young lady. He can show his daughter what's expected from a man, but how to properly clean herself and those little things that we just don't know, he's going to need help with that. There's some things he could do. Hygiene, you got to clean yourself and wash the cracks and everything else, Kendall Jones says, it's a girl. I don't know. I don't know what the sex of the baby is. I'm just, it's crazy because she's about to bring a child into this house in a broken household. And she's so damn smart. Completely undermine the importance of a father, let alone a black father. She's about to bring a child into the house, into a broken household, because she was artificially inseminated. When that boy or that girl gets into the age where it's like, dad, and she has to explain. She has to explain where he comes from. A fucking test tube. But fear not. She said, it's a girl, okay. She said that where she had that thing done, she can track the donator. Okay, so now the little girl finds out who her father is. You ain't gonna deal with her like that. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's my specimen. That here you are. You kind of look like me. You have my nose, okay. But there was no love in the household. The child does not have a father. Do you know how important that is? And here she is doing it on purpose because she can afford to. But it's gonna hit her. When that child starts doing certain things, she's gonna need help. She's gonna have to cut her career, not even in half, significantly, like walk away from the game and be a mother. Because what is she gonna do? Work full time and pay a nanny? That means you're not parenting. You may as well have not been a parent. When she was with that white guy, I think they broke up over COVID. They broke up over COVID. And he already had grown kids, and he decided, I don't want to deal with this no more. So she divested, but she wasn't successful. So now she's artificially inseminated. She's about to give birth to a girl, according to the brothers in the chat. And thank you for that information, because I didn't know. It's a girl. And when that girl gets older, who's my dad? What's that about? She has to explain that you're a product of science, not a conventional family. And then she have to explain, well, Mom, why'd you do that? Why couldn't you have a husband? And when she has to explain it to a child out loud, what is she gonna do? Tell the child, hey man, the reason why mommy did that is because men ain't ish. That's what you're gonna have to, because your child is gonna grow up thinking that being that that's what you did to bring her into this world, that's gonna be in her head. That's what you're supposed to do. How do you say, I brought you here by way of science, but you need to find a husband, a good man? How do you explain that there's good men out here? You know why? Because when she gets older, you're telling me I should find a good man, but Mom, you didn't find a good man. What happened? You got it all. You're pretty. You got money. What happened? He didn't own the bus company? Oh. What does that have to do with the quality of the type of man he is? So you mean to tell me, Mom, if I'm making $150,000 a year, my husband can't make $90,000 a year, $50,000? So a man that doesn't make my kind of income, he's not good enough for me? That's what you're saying, Mom? He's failed in the leadership because I have a doctorate or a master's and he just has an associate, so he's not a good enough man for me? What are you saying, Mom? Would that be dating down? And you have to explain that. And everything she said is all over the internet. And when she starts to look up her mother, she's gonna have to make a decision. Do I want to be like Mom and get artificially inseminated? Or do I want to find a man? Because I was in my cottage dorm and some drunk frat boys broke down the door and we got scared. They don't need a man until they need a man. But back to the topic. But that's all relevant. Because Ebony K. Williams, with her money, you can pick the sex of the child you want to give birth to. I've heard of that. But what do I know? It's things I've heard. Science is something else. But let me say this. These boys that I'm looking at today, there's a punching bag in my gym. You should see these boys hit that bag. This is me looking at them. Oh. Brother Khalid said, do you recall Airman Bushnell that set himself ablaze due to war witness? Yo, we ain't seen nothing with these new recruits because the things they're about to see will make a SEAL blush. You talking about that white kid that set himself on fire in front of a U.S. Somebody sent that to me on WhatsApp. That's what you talking about, Khalid? That was ridiculous, man. That was ridiculous, man. It was a white kid. He set himself on fire. And I'm watching it like, is this real? I'm like, oh shit, it's real. Started shouting free, I don't want to say that place on there, but free it. Begins with a P. Free it, free it, free it. And I'm like, he's on fire. He's on fire. Killed himself. He legitimately Johnny Stormed himself. But don't take my word for it. When I talk about the mental state of these kids, these kids they don't even play fight anymore. They're too sensitive. A lot of them are not athletic. Mac of the South, my brother. Chris, what up? If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Smash the like button. Yeah, Night Train, you really don't want to see it, bro. Somebody sent it to me on WhatsApp. I watched it because I was wondering, are they going to like catch it in time? No. He was burning for like a good minute and a half before they got a fire extinguisher. He was screaming, stood there, scream, fell over. And I'm like, yo. But the dude filming was like, yo, guys, he's setting himself on fire, guys. Guys, someone get help. He's about to set him. Oh my God. And he set himself on fire. I said, well, no replay value in that ish. Delete. But I saw it. I was like, this is, oh my God, bro. That was, oof, my God. But, you ain't got to take my word for it. Let's take the word of the woman that likes to drug men from the BX. Let's listen to Cardi B. Listen to what she says.
Saying that the House just passed a bill that they're going to automatically register men from 18 to 26 for war. Okay? And all I want to say is to America, good luck with that. These new little niggas are TikTokers, baby. These motherfuckers ain't gonna fight no war. We gonna die. You gonna die. You might as well just keep motherfucking investing money in your guns. Because these new kids, you want to send these new kids to fight these wars? The TikTok fucking hip shakers? Out of your mind. This is a new America, baby. This ain't the 19 motherfucking. Nah, like seriously, you gonna draft these kids that be TikToking all day to fight them? What? Most likely what? Them Russians? Them motherfuckers that be fighting bears and shit?
Oh.
And motherfucking climbing mountains to go to school and whatever?
Uh-huh.
Read an article.
Now, let me say this. My brother I Rock in the building. Salute. All good. Military. Another brother in the military. This is right up your alley, good brother. Now, let me say this. I don't fuck with her, but she ain't lying. She ain't lying. She is not lying. Now, y'all all know. Now, Mike, you're not wrong. She's part of the problem. We got more boys growing up wanting to be Cardi B, not beat Cardi B. They want to be Cardi B. You know this thing that women think that they can say to us now that'll upset us? This is why we choose the bear. Okay. Well, guess what? In the event it turns into Red Dawn of this motherfucker, I know I'm going out fighting. I'm not going out easy. I'm no military guy, but let's just say I have enough fire to hold some. I can hold something down. I ain't no John Rambo, but it ain't gonna be easy this way. So all you chicks that choose the bear, I hope you know how to bust guns. Dig? Go and choose the bear. Go on and choose the bear. Because you know what's going to happen? In the event that something crazy does happen in the country, I don't see these sisters running to the military saying, I enlist because I don't trust these TikToking ass niggas. I don't see the women saying that. They just sitting back like it's all good. I just told y'all, I saw an Instagram post where this chick was beefing. Like, now I got to go to active duty and literally pick up a gun. Whole time she's in a camouflage uniform. I'm like, bitch, you signed up for that. But she got so comfortable in the office. My brother I Rock in the building. Salute.
What's good with you?
You tell me, man. You see the title of the show.
Man,
you trust these boys waving a rifle?
You want me to tell you the truth?
And having an answer to some authority? You trust them?
You want me to tell you the truth or you want me to bullshit you?
Well, only know one way to trouble it, and that's the truth. Give it to me.
I'll tell you this right now. I can guarantee you there's less than 5% of the population that's my daughter's age or younger that I would trust next to me in a foxhole. Ain't no motherfucking way. Because here's the thing. A lot of these kids, and that's what I'm gonna call them, kids, young jits, little young fuckers, whatever you want to call them. They can get real tough on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got the stick, I got the hammer, blah, 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 blah. But I guarantee you, 90% of them ain't never been in no shit where somebody's been dumping on them. And then they gotta return fire. They ain't never been in a situation where somebody dumping on them and they gotta run into a situation and get their people and bring them out. I guarantee you, if they truly knew what it meant to swear that oath at MEPS, because what they don't understand, and I guarantee what a lot of them don't understand is, when you say, I solemnly swear to defend the United States of America and the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, what that means is you are giving a blank check to the President of the United States and the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a blank check up to and including the cost of your life. Because guess what? You may think, okay, cool, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna sign up for the military, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get my school paid for, I'm gonna go be able to live rent free, I can do this, I can do that. Guess what? When you in, it's just like a fucking job. You have your MOS, you got what you have to do. Whether you got to get up at 0430, 0500, you got to be, you know what I'm saying? And like, you got to be the formation at 06, you got to be ready to go at 07, working to 1700, 1800 at night, go home, got to get your workout in, and then got to be back the very next morning to do the same shit. Now, another thing they don't tell you is this. You got civilian law, and then you got the UCMJ. UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice. Okay, so check this out. There is not a man in this chat right now that ain't got some sloppy toppy from a female before. Right? Let me tell you this, and put like this, like put like this, like a condo, and anybody else in this motherfucker who's military will tell you. There is an article in the UCMJ that says you cannot get your dick sucked.
What?
Pause. Swear to God. I believe it's like Article 127. It's like Article 125 or Article 127. It says you cannot, it says no sodomy. You can't get your dick sucked, you can't fuck nobody in the ass, nothing. Pause. See, look, Night Train said it too. Dead ass.
What?
Yeah, I see that look on your face. Dead ass.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Now let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When you was employed by the NYPD, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. When you was doing that, when it came to moving up, making moves and all that, was it more about what you know or who you knew and how much ass you was willing to kiss?
A little bit of everything.
You see what I'm saying?
Test, they couldn't deny you to a degree if you passed the test, but
Right.
to move along and move and shake inside where you was working, you had to be a part of the in crowd. I say that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to know
Yeah.
people who knew people who knew people. That's the same thing with the military. I can tell you this right now. When I went in as a mechanic, a 2T331, special purpose vehicle and maintenance mechanic, which basically meant anything that did not fly, I can fix. I don't give a fuck what it is. Now, the thing is, there were two airmen in my shop that were not white. It was me and a Hawaiian dude named John Kahile. We caught hell every fucking thing we did. Don't matter what we did, we caught hell. Now, mind you, in the Air Force, they have what's called I'm trying to think what the fucking name was again. Like you got like your 3 level, your 5 level, and your 7 level, right? So basically, like you come in, like you're coming out of boot camp, coming out of tech school, and you got a test for your 3 level, right? Now, me and John tested the highest out of all the airmen in that shop. We are the only 2 airmen that did not get any kind of special classes. Now, mind you, over in Japan, they would have occasionally they would have ASC instructors come in and do like, electrical systems classes, hydraulic, pneumatics, they would drive trains, all of it. They would do any aspect of a vehicle or a machine that we used that could be worked on. They would do classes on it, right? We were the only 2 that never got any fucking classes. We are the only 2 that did not fail our 3 levels. The very first time we took our 3 level classes, our 3 level tests, we passed them first time. Everybody else who took their 3 levels fucked it off. Now, and I will say this, and anybody in this chat right now who is either former military or has family who was military can vouch for this. There is more racism in the military than there is in boxing, than there is in the police force, or than there is in the general fucking public. And that's a fact. The military is the good old boys network. Now, what I will say is this though too. Is there a lot of bullshit in there? Yes, no doubt about it. 100%. But, you know, again, I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for myself. The reason why I served is because I understood what that uniform meant. I understood what the premise. Now, granted, yes, we all know that the U.S. has an ugly history. It just is what it is. Ain't no getting around it. But for the most part, the whole premise of it is you come here, you do what you do, you make your own way. And I can't front. The military has afforded me some awesome fucking opportunities. The chance for federal employment, got my schooling paid for, got my VA home loan, all that. So there's a lot that can be gained, but let's keep it a stack. You can lose a lot at the same time. It's legitimate, just a flip of a coin. But to go back to your original question, no. The majority of these motherfuckers I would not trust, because I guarantee you, they'd be the ones to run. They would be the ones to run if motherfuckers got the dumping on them and they had to fight back. They ain't built for it.
Now, let's walk it through.
Go ahead.
Forget actual live combat.
Okay.
I've been in a paramilitary organization. I know what it's like to get screamed at for no fucking reason.
For sure.
The police academy is designed for you to fail. They tell you that.
Yeah.
You want to see how much you can take.
Exactly. They designed to break.
I can't do this. I quit. I can't run in this heat. I can't run in this weather. I can't do these push-ups and then do homework. I can't do it. And some people, they go back to corporate America. It's not for them. And they've lightened the criteria of the police academy, and I knew something was wrong. I'm looking at these cops out here, and I'm like, everybody has a beard. When I was there, clean shaven, we don't want to hear it.
Or a belly.
A lot of these guys is overweight. And then I heard the 1.5 mile run is like, and I don't know the exact number. Don't quote me. I heard it was like 15 minutes for women now, and like 14:10 for men. You could moonwalk that.
Now, bro.
You could moonwalk that.
Now, Pete, if you think that's bad, let me drop a bomb on you here. Guess what the military has now?
What?
Stress cards. Don't stress me. They give you stress cards. Bullshit you not. They have stress cards. So, okay, let me paint the picture for you. That's what I'm saying. Let me paint the picture for you. So, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether you Army, Marine Corps, Air Force, whatever, right? Like you with your flight, you with your battalion or your company, you out doing facing movements, doing PT, out running, right? And let's say it gets to be too much for you. You can pull your card and say, don't stress me. They will pull you out of formation. Bullshit you got. Pull you out of formation, put you in the shade, and then smoke the rest of your fucking people. But what they don't tell you, what they do not tell you, and this is an unwritten rule, I don't give a fuck what branch of the military you in. The minute your ass get behind them doors and that drill sergeant go home for the night, blanket party on your ass.
Oh, I know about that. I know about the blanket party.
But that's a fact. Now, no, here's something else for you. Because matter of fact, if I can find this, if I don't send it to you on stream tonight, remind me and I'll find it and send it to you. I found an article with the Army, right? They had people that come. So basically, what the Army used to do, what all branches? No, they can't. They can't cuss at you no more because you have to worry about their feelings. Yes.
Can you pull a stress card when bullets are flying over your head?
Thank you.
This is our military.
Swear to God, soft as baby shit.
I don't feel safe, bro.
Soft as baby shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, here's another one for you. All right. Like I said, if I don't find it on stream, remind me and I'll send you the article. But there was an article, or there was an article with the Army, and now all branches do what they call the delayed entry program, right? So basically, what that is like, okay, so like say for instance, right? Okay, let's say you were still Dead ass. It's basically calling for a timeout, for real. So, okay, so like I'm saying like you were still in college or something, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you're still in college, you only got one more year to finish. You can go ahead and sign up for the military and do the delayed entry program. And then what that basically says is, okay, we gonna give you this amount of time, go ahead, finish your degree. And then when you're done, you come in active duty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's that. But now, on top of the delayed entry program, the Army has been holding, like the Army was holding a fat camp for people to drop the weight so that they could even be eligible to go to boot camp. Yes.
This ain't real life.
Bruh, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. We had so like when I was in boot camp, our very first drill sergeant was a man by the name of Staff Sergeant Fulmer, right? Staff Sergeant Fulmer came to us and told us and said, if anybody got a problem with me or the way I'm running shit, you come to me and say, sir, trainee so-and-so reports is ordered, permission to step outside and handle this like men with no rank involved. He's like, and then we will go outside, we gonna take our cover off, we gonna do what we do. At the end of it, the shit never happened. You know what I'm saying? Case in point. Or if the drill sergeant wasn't there, with us being in the dorms, you know what I'm saying? Like, being in the barracks, we had like at the main room to the barracks, right? Then you got we had two sides to the barracks. You got the bathroom, and then we had like a little day room area, right? Like the day room area was always open. And as far as us in the dorms, everything we settled in-house. So basically, if you had an issue, go to the dorm, go to the day room. Somebody will stand outside the door, make sure nobody jump in. Y'all do what y'all gotta do. After that, it's done. Drill sergeant come in the morning, see your face fucked up. What happened? I failed. You know what I'm saying? What happened? I failed. And that was it. But nowadays, and then what I was getting with that real quick. So our section chief was a man by the name of Master Sergeant Obey. Now, I'm about to tell you some shit. This man was 6'8", right? 6'8", 275 pounds. Man was part of the 600-pound bench club and the 800-pound squat club.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was so big, they had to take 2 3X shirts, split them down the middle to make one dress shirt for him.
Yeah.
That's how big this motherfucker was. His partner was a man by the name of Master Sergeant Garvin. White dude, 6'6", fire red hair, beard, everything. Just as fucking big. They were what they call blue ropes. Blue ropes are like the top 1% of all the drill instructors on Lackland Air Force Base. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, we had this dude named, I believe his name was Chris. And so basically, and now I don't care what branch of the military you in. If you are in formation, right? The first person to see an officer calls the group to attention and they salute, right? Okay, so put like this, we outside and we're out practicing, so we're outside and we're out practicing facing movements for the graduation bomb run, right? I believe it was a first lieutenant or a captain was walking past us. Full dress blues, whole 9 yards. Chris looked at him and said, "What's up, my nigga?" The captain looked at him dead and said, "What's up?" and smiled at him and went inside. 5 minutes later, all you hear is these clicks, like they call them taps. So basically what they is like they're like leather or metal caps that they put on the end of your boots. And that's how motherfuckers can hear you coming. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Master Sergeant Garvin and Master Sergeant Obey come out and say, "Who the fuck said that? Who the fuck talking to my captains like they ain't got no sense?" We all got dead ass silent. This motherfucker raised his hand like, "I did it." I'm like, nigga, you wasn't supposed to say nothing. So we all sitting there like, okay, now it's finna go down. So he walked up to him. He said, "So, you think you special, huh? You think you ain't gotta do what the fuck I tell you?" He's like, "So I tell you what, since you special like that, you come with me. We finna go in my office and move some furniture. As soon as he said that, me, this dude named Silas, and every other black and brown dude in that motherfucking flight, we knew exactly what the fuck that meant. Because I've heard my daddy say, boy, we're gonna move some furniture, you keep fucking with me. So when he said that, I was like, ooh, shit. So he said, fuck it, sent us all upstairs, right? So we go upstairs, we chilling. He was like, look, y'all done for the day. So like we go back upstairs, come up, the whole right side of his face swole shut. And they recycled that motherfucker all the way back to 0 week.
You had to do it over?
Everything. Every last bit of it.
Oh my God. Nicholas Levy in that super chat. He said, and that's why I say these young boys ain't ready for no real war. I've been dumped at in the streets. These young boys too soft, and over half of them can't fight. Can't fight for ish. And they fruity, no cap.
Facts.
These
that's why
kids are unlike anything I've ever seen.
Okay, prime example, right? So, okay, like, so you know I teach, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was this young kid. He had brought his friends. You know, he had brought some friends with him or whatever, like, because they wanted to see the class and kind of see how things went. Well, his one friend stood up like, man, I got hands, I can fight. Like, and my instructor said, of course you can. Of course you can fight. And then, like, I'm sitting there teaching the class, you know what I'm saying? My instructor's talking to the other folks. And then dude looked and said, who you want me to fight? I'll show you I can fight right now. My instructor looked at me and said, hey, Devin, come in. I'm like, what's up? He's like, handle that real quick. I'm like, you really want me to get him? Or just, he's like, nah, don't. Just handle that real quick. I'm like, okay. Motherfucker started throwing punches. I left my hands down at my side and was blocking everything he threw with one fucking hand. Then he went to try to grab me. And man, when he grabbed me, I got the biggest fucking smile on my face. I'm like, I looked at him and I said, hey, I looked at him and said, hey, do you know what a washing machine feels like? Ooh. He said, huh? I said, do you know what a washing machine feels like? Ooh. He said, nah. So I grabbed him real quick and his body kind of shook. He's like, oh shit. And I grabbed him, pushed him out, brought him to me, and then quick and picked his ass up. He was like, oh shit. My instructor's like, Devin, put him down. Uh-huh. Now I was like, so you can fight, huh? And I looked at him in his face real. I was, I didn't cuss at him. I wasn't, yelling or nothing. I said, no, if this was for real, I'd have broke your fucking bones and left you there.
What do you think these kids today are learning in this country as opposed to China?
Bro, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. You take the average 17 to 18-year-old male in China right now, and the average 17 to 18-year-old male in the United States, and China will whoop their ass. You take Korea, they will whoop their ass. You take the Philippines, they will whoop their ass. The average male in the United States of America, 17 to 18, can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag.
And you want to know what's serious about that? Now we're comparing males to males, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in those countries,
shit, the women can get down in them countries.
The women,
yes,
are more traditional, which is why dudes are flying over there.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, too.
I mean?
But check this out, and here's so much we didn't touch on yet. When the women enlist in the military over there, they have to go through the same hand-to-hand combat that the males do. Ain't no being soft with you. They gotta do the same shit the men do. Yes. Brother Khalid, you can look on YouTube right now and look up Korea Rock Marine and see, them motherfuckers get down. They will kick your head off your shoulders.
And now they think they're stupid. They think we're stupid. They are threatening to bring back the draft because ain't nobody going.
Of course. Because the thing is, everything's got so fucking soft. Let's talk about your feelings. It's okay. If you feel like a girl, you can be a girl. If you feel like a boy, you can be a boy. If you want to dress, if you want to wear a dress and high heels and a thong and everything else, do that. It's okay. No. If I'd have pulled some bullshit like that, my daddy would look at me like, boy, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, again, here's my thing. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Because I knew some motherfuckers when I was active who played for the home team who would beat the brakes off your ass. Mm-hmm. Like they had hands for real. So there's a difference between a dude or a female who's gay and somebody who's a punk.
There's a difference.
Huge difference. Because I'm like, I done met some dudes that if you meet them and have a conversation with them, you would never know. You would never know. But I guarantee you, if something popped off, they gonna stand back to back with you and they ain't gonna run.
I'm uploading this picture. I need y'all to see this picture. Let me get it for you real quick.
Oh, and no, hey, Kane, you was not lying. Gay dudes today are like that. A lot of gay dudes today are soft. A lot of them are. Because again, if you look at a lot of shit with social media, you look at a lot of the artists or whatever, and look at what they doing. Because think about it, right? As a matter of fact, you, Sensei, and you Sensei, and I forgot who else one day. Y'all was having a conversation about music today as compared to when we grew up.
Uh-huh.
Hip hop artists when we grew up. I mean, like I said, shit, because I'm 42. So hip hop artists when we grew up was wearing baggy jeans, was wearing Timbs, was wearing jerseys, wearing bandanas, had cornrows, a whole nine.
Yeah.
Hip hop artists today, skinny jeans, platforms, baby tees, crop tops, all that. The fuck?
Yeah. What is this? You know, who these gay dudes? Saucy Santana and who this other dude? The skinny dude that was twerking on the devil in his video.
You talking about Lil Nas X?
Yeah. What the fuck?
That's what's glorified nowadays, man. That's real shit.
Look at that. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go. So you know what?
But
you got
but look, here's the thing too. Now, everybody who's in this chat, man, woman, or otherwise, will tell you, when we grew up, we knew for a fact disrespect was disrespect, and there was no expiration date on that.
Right.
If you run your mouth and I catch you slipping, I'ma fuck you up. What no conversation to be had? What none of that. But a lot of these kids today, they get on the internet and be keyboard, you know what I'm saying, like they be keyboard crips and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll fuck you up, I'll do this and that, blah, 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 talking crazy. Now the thing is, what a lot of this younger generation don't understand is you can't stay inside all day. Eventually you got to come outside. Eventually you got to come outside. And eventually you're going to have to see me.
Yeah.
And if I catch you slipping, it's a wrap. Ain't no conversation. We ain't got to do nah. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm gonna catch you walking into the bathroom. You're gonna have an accident, and that's it.
These kids ain't built like how we grew up, man. Walk them down around and say, what's that? Hey, bro, these chicks are choosing the bed. If you want to be in the forest alone, that the question was asked. If y'all didn't hear this by now, this is what it is. That's what that meme is. It was asked, if you was in the forest alone, and you had to make a choice of being alone in the forest with a man
or a bear. Who would you choose?
Specify if it was a trained bear or not, just a bear.
Yep.
These fucking airhead women were choosing a bear.
The bear. And that bear will kill your ass indiscriminately and not get no fuck.
And and I'm like, wait a minute. They didn't specify if the bear was a trained bear or an old bear or a bear that is from Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. And they say, well, a man can kill you. Where are you getting this from? Yep. Well, you know, you're not in there with a man who knows how to survive in the elements. All of those chicks, you seen those, what's that shit? What was it, Bear Grylls on the island where they had the two teams, the men and the women?
Oh, yeah.
Man, the men in 3 days damn near had their own Wi-Fi up.
Yep.
and the women almost died. I watched it. They almost died.
Then they got mad talking about the men won't help us, the men won't do this, the men won't do that. Hold up, but you said you didn't need us though.
This is crazy. So now, if they choosing the bear, they have no use for us. But they want men from the ages of 18 to 26 to enlist. And these ain't the dudes go. You can make them go. You can say, yo, look, you're 21 years old. There's a war coming. You gotta come with us.
And if
these kids will go to jail.
If you don't go, it's automatic Leavenworth. Fort Leavenworth, hands down. And now here's the thing with Fort Leavenworth, when it comes to the military, there was I actually had a sergeant who actually did a tour over there. It's because he was originally a cop and then basically cross-trained to be a mechanic. And he had said that he had did a tour over there at Fort Leavenworth, and basically there was a situation where he said like he was, supervising some inmates or whatever, and he said they had a ladder. It was like 20, 30 spaces, right? And they said that the inmates had to ask, like, I don't know if it was like some form of punishment or whatever, but the inmates had to ask permission to move to the next square in order to be able to get to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And then like, it's crazy because what they don't realize and understand is that like this draft ain't just for men. They drafted women too.
I did a whole show about that. Hey Ram, I don't know if you saw this or not. I don't know, they might buzz me for this. But I'm gonna call fair use on this. Peep this. Peep this.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Man is scary. With a bear. Depends what man, but probably a bear.
100% a bear, which is like terrifying to say, but
definitely a bear. Some men are very scary out there.
A bear.
I would say a man.
Look, hey, put like this. I ain't gonna front. If you ask the dudes, like if you were to ask men, who would you rather be stuck in the forest with? Running from a bear or be stuck with a woman? You'd be surprised how many men would choose the bear, because guess what? Not only do you got to worry about, regular, just the world in general being a man. You got to worry about, okay, if a woman get mad at you, if a woman just gets mad at you, she can make an accusation. Ain't got to be no proof, no nothing. Make an accusation and ruin your fucking life.
I don't want the responsibility in being in a survival situation where I have to take care of someone else, like a woman. For her to be screaming and hollering and carrying on.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Because I guarantee you, she gonna get your ass killed.
Exactly, she can get you killed. So, hold on, I'm sorry, I had to hide some. Damn, I got a lot of stalkers. Damn. Hold up, man.
Are you good?
I went to Google, and I said, women beaten by bears. 3 months ago, woman survives mama bear attack. Woman relives the moment she almost died in a horrific bear attack. 2 weeks ago, woman death becomes first documented fatal black bear attack in California. 3 months ago, Pennsylvania woman recounts bear attack from hospital bears. So these bears are kicking y'all ass. Woman faces off with bear on a Southern California hiking trail. 7-year-old encounters massive bear while riding a scooter. Look,
I'll
man.
just put a link in there. Check that out.
Army expanding pre-boot camp course for overweight and low-scoring applicants. You want to know why it's a fat camp?
Because they ain't got no damn discipline.
No, well, I'm telling you this. You know, the average kids are more overweight than they've been ever. Now, you know why? It's too much of this TikTok and internet.
Yep.
And when I was growing up, I didn't want to be in the house. I was outside playing ball, and I had video games in the crib.
Yeah.
But I like being outside.
Exactly.
I like being
And your
physical.
parents told you, take your ass outside somewhere.
Take your ass outside. Turn that switch off. Put down the Atari, the ColecoVision. Go outside, man. Turn that off. When you come in the house and you play that,
Get out the street light, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're not allowed to be outside, that's what the game's for. But when that sun's up, get out the crib.
On the real.
We'll stay here. And now these kids, Call of Duty, and they eating Doritos all day. And by the time they're 15 years old, they're 300 pounds. And I want to be Army for real. You're too fat. You're too fat. And the rest of these kids are like, yo, I want to do IT work. I want to drive trucks. And look at great gigs. But what they don't want to do is pick up a gun, and there's no drive to go to the military. Especially now that these kids are a little more politically in tune. They're anti-establishment. And pinball player, I'm old. Anti-establishment, and they don't want to fight for a government.
No, you're right. And here's the thing, right? Like, this what got me when the whole draft situation, everything started coming up. People want their rights or they want their privileges or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, don't nobody want to bleed for shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gimme. Fight for that. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out. I'm dropping another link. Like, the link that I'm dropping here is by a guy named Jameson Travels. Like this dude was a vet. And it's about
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Yep. See.
Yep.
Bit the shit out of
The bear, right? Yeah, it's all cute. That's a cub too with a collar on. They're tasty. Yeah. Bears do what they do. Exactly. That's a wild animal. And whatever scar that shit left her, she gotta wear that for life. Look at that. Get her. I love it. This is why we choose the bear. Awesome.
Yeah, peep that link I just dropped.
We choose the bear. Good. Oh wait, that's the signal. Hold on. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, that's from Full Metal Jacket. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. There's a way we could view this. We can hear it, but we ain't gotta use the. I've seen this guy before. He's a former military dude, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. Damn, I can't see you. You still there though, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. This is how we're gonna have to play it.
You good? Go ahead.
All right. Listen to this, y'all.
I've always struggled with my weight.
Because you are a disgusting fat body.
But the problem isn't a shortage of applicants. The problem is a shortage of...
Well, I think the problem is there's a shortage of applicants who are in shape who want to go in. I mean, we've on patriotism for the last 10 years. Let's keep going.
applicants able to pass the entry tests, and for many, that was on account of their weight. They created the Future Soldier Preparatory course with two strands, one helping those who failed academically and the other helping with weight loss, which...
All right, so the fat ones and the rocks. You guys remember that term, rocks being you're not that bright. I think this is a good idea because you're not going to have anybody in the Army unless you take what you can get at this point.
Have affectionately dubbed Army Fat Camp.
I've always struggled with my weight.
Alexia was desperate to join the army, but at 5 feet tall and weighing 113 kilograms at the time, she was nowhere near the maximum percentage body fat required. Then she came here.
Wow.
I really appreciate the drill sergeants like pushing me, and then also like just being there, like having that support, because that's what really gets me. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Is she
so,
crying?
I'll leave the link to the full video in the description. And this woman seems like she truly appreciates it. It's refreshing. Now, if she can maintain that when she goes to boot camp into the Army, maintain that appreciation, that motivation, is the problem is I'm around Fort Carson. These kids are fat. These young folks need to lose some weight.
Like, because it's hard when you don't have the support.
Right.
So then, like, coming here and having...
Right, hold on, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute.
You see what I'm saying?
As soon as she gets down to her target weight, she's gonna be on TikTok.
Guaranteed. Twerking with the rest of them.
She's gonna get in the best shape of her life.
Yep.
And she'll be like, wait a minute, I look good.
Uh-huh.
And there was men in that video.
Yep.
And they're like legitimately trying to get in shape, and they may be like, okay, this is what I want to do. But this is unlike anything we've ever seen.
Oh, but hey, I was gonna tell you, so now real quick, something else. Let's add another layer to how bad recruitment is right now, right? They've raised the maximum age for enlistment to like 42 or 43 now.
No, they didn't, bro.
Swear to God. I speak. Bro, look. You see my face? I'm telling you. They've raised the maximum age for enlistment to like 42 or 43. Not only that, let's take it a step further. They're going to disable veterans and to veterans who are retired and trying to bring them back in.
What's the incentive? More money?
Oh, well, I mean, like money, rank, whatever. I don't know.
What about the disabled veterans? Did you say disabled veterans?
Yeah. Depending on the disability and if they can get a waiver for it, yeah.
I don't mean to. I'm going to hell, bro. They're gonna go to some nigga with no arms. You know what I'm saying? Got their shits blown off by trying to transport a nigga with 1 foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we got to bring you back. Nigga, do you see my shit missing?
For real.
I have a house now. I'm a grandfather. Yeah, but you're 44, so.
Now, and now what they doing is this. And what they doing is this. Okay, so like say for instance, you got like 6 years. Okay, so like let's say you 42, right? 42, 43. But you did 6 years, right? What they do is they take your 6 years that you served, subtract that from your age. So instead of 42, you're 36 now. As far as enlistment is concerned.
So now we're gonna have a bunch of crippled old niggas defending our country, right? That's where we at?
Oh, hey, Minor Monster Musa got a question.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, brother. We're in trouble, y'all. Y'all choose the bed. This is why I fucking choose Canada, man.
And now here's the thing too, right? The majority of these young kids, if you handed them, I'm gonna start like a couple, just a couple random guns. If you threw out a SIG P2, if you handed them a SIG P226, a Glock 17, Glock 19, a shotgun, or an AR, and told them to break them down and clean them, they wouldn't know what the fuck they doing.
I could clean the Glock 19. And what else did you say?
Glock 19, Glock 17, SIG P226, a shotgun, and an AR.
XL P226, I can. A Glock 19, 17, I can. And what else you said?
A shotgun and an AR.
No, I'm lost there.
But you see what I'm saying? I'm saying like the majority of these people, like them are the guns that you finna encounter. If you can't clean them, like okay, for example, like my flight chief, Chief Livermore, loved that man to death. That man was fucking awesome. His philosophy was if you can't drive it, don't fix it. If you don't know how to drive that motherfucker once it's done, don't touch it. Because his thing is any vehicle that you fixed, if you did not personally test drive that motherfucker first and make sure it worked, it's not leaving the yard.
Look at Ram. He said I was having that World 4. No.
Yep.
19, 17, 6 RP. Those are service arms in NYPD. The 6 RP 226.
Oh, hold on. Let's just say, is it true that if the USA go to war with its homeland, on its homeland, that it said that the military, army, or the military and armed forces are supposed to kill all inmates locked up? No, like I can almost guarantee, if shit cracked off, people who are in prison, they gonna tell them, listen, look, you fight.
They don't care what you did. You letting you out.
Yep.
They don't care what you did. Yo, I saw this funny ass meme one day, right?
Yeah.
Yo, it said, remain locked up for lack of child support or become an assassin for the U.S. government. And it showed a dude hopping from behind some bushes about to stab some dude in a camouflage outfit.
That's a fact. I mean, because bro, think about it, right? If you go back to the 40s, 50s, and 60s, right? That's how it was. If you did some shit and you got into a fight or you was about to go to jail or whatever, the judge looked you dead in your face and gave you a choice. You go to military or you go to jail. Which one do you want?
Oh, it's easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Oh, and Kenneth Jones. Yes, because with a Glock, you can literally throw a Glock in straight mud with like gravel and rocks and everything else in it. Pick that motherfucker up and shake it out, and it's still gonna fire. The other gun that was like that was an old school 1911 Colt, the Colt 45.
The Glock is kind of small for my hand, but
oh yeah, that's why you shoot the 17.
Down into a lot of fucking pieces. It's annoying. I needed a toothpick to clean it properly. It was crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But see, the thing is, you know what I'm saying. Like if you got bigger hands, shoot the 17.
Yeah, big hands.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like for me, like it's like I can't shoot a 19 because like the thing is from halfway through where my pinky finger is, and all this hangs off the bottom of the grip. Like there's not enough for me to get a grip on a 19.
19, the handle stops right here on my hand.
Exactly. Yep.
Stops right there. It's very uncomfortable.
You can't do nothing with it.
The SIG broke down in that. It's very easy. It's like Lego.
Yeah, the SIG is like 5-6 pieces tops.
Yeah. The Smith & Wesson, a little heavier than all of them, but that didn't have too many pieces either. It was heavier than all of them, you know. But the SIG was beautiful, beautiful stuff. But enough gun talk. But
I feel it.
We're in trouble, man.
Yeah.
When I saw this, now it's not officially back, but it's a concept. But the fact that this is a conversation, it's annoying.
Because here's the thing is, if they pass the legislation, it's going like it's finna go.
Now, what if you're a single child? You can't go, right?
If you are the only or the youngest, no. That is the only thing. I believe that is the only thing that will stop it if the draft actually does come into play. If you are the only or the youngest.
Okay, so a lot of cats is going to be okay if they're single.
Yeah.
Single, if you don't have no brothers or sisters and it's just you.
Or if you don't have no sons.
If you don't have no son.
Yeah. So like, okay. So for example, right? Like with me, like I got 2 sons, right? So, like, God forbid if something were to happen and they really did need me to go back, I got 2 sons, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, because I'm my father's only, now that I know who my biological father is, I'm his youngest son, and I'm the only son to have his name.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then obviously the dad who raised me, who mama always give the utmost respect, I'm his only boy.
Okay. So it ends with you.
Yep.
So you can't go back even if they wanted you.
Well, I mean, like I could now because I got sons.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But at the time, no.
when they start switching around those rules like that, man,
there's gonna be a motherfucker.
That means we're on the cusp of something. They foresee something happening in the next decade.
And that's why I tell everybody, look, you know, and again, not to get into gun talking, none of that, but I will say this to everybody who's in here who can legally have one. Have you a good pistol, a good shotgun, and a basic rifle. Because if shit crack off, you better be ready to defend your home.
Right. You're gonna need that. Even the rules are becoming more relaxed in the state of New York.
You know what I'm saying?
It's becoming more relaxed. New York is behind.
Bro, I don't see how y'all do it in New York. Like, real shit, because every time I turn on the news now, it's something about some immigrant or whatever beating the shit out of a copper, breaking into a store, burning up a hotel or some shit.
You know what? When the hammer drop and it's gonna take something. Somebody's gonna have to get hurt. Somebody important.
Oh yeah.
Somebody who's very important.
Somebody's gonna have to get hurt.
Somebody important is gonna have to get violated real bad, and that they're gonna name that law after that person that gets violated.
Yep.
And then the license to carry is gonna change.
Yep.
And you're gonna be seeing a whole lot of twerps out here walking around
with pistols.
Charles Bronson at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's he doing outside? He's never been yet. That he's telling you to come. He's been shooting, bro. He wants to see. He wants to test his skills now. And I'm telling you, listen, it's gonna get bad before it gets good. There's gonna be a lot of dudes cowboying up, a lot of dudes trying to look for it.
Man, that's how it is here, bro. Like, man, as a matter of fact, like, if you remember the one conversation we had on the phone, I was telling you that's how bad it is here now. Like, because the thing is, in Arizona, we have constitutional carry. So you can carry concealed if you want to. Or no, I'm sorry. It's constitutional open carry. So like you can open carry like all day long. Like you ain't, just it is what it is. As long as you can legally have a firearm, you can open carry. Now granted, yes. If you still want to if you still want to have your stuff with you going into certain places or whatever, you gotta have your, you gotta have your CCW with you. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, you got a whole lot of folks who ain't got these, who can't do this, but they quick to do that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, in the city, that law changes, you're gonna see a lot of people in the NYPD saying, fuck this.
Facts.
I'm not dealing with it.
100%. Y'all don't get paid.
How we gonna do our job? And they got firearms too. What we gonna do? What we gonna do with that?
Exactly. Everybody got a hammer.
Everybody got a hammer. They ain't gonna wanna deal with it.
No.
Something else. These store owners, when they got these flash mobs running up in there stealing shit, they're gonna get stomping on these people. And watch this. The flash mobs gonna be running there and it's gonna be crazy.
Real quick, on the Mahari Nation, you can have an automatic rifle out here. You just gotta have your federal tax stamp. As long as you get your federal tax stamp, then you can do that.
We could do a whole show on the legal carry.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole show in itself.
Facts.
But
now,
you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say now, real quick, to get back to the military thing. I will say this, right? From the time that I was old enough to, really learn how to throw hands or whatever, I was always the person to fight for people that couldn't defend themselves. Like, I was always sticking up for, the kids who had learning disabilities, or I would stick up for, the stoners, or I would stick up for the goth kids or whatever. Or I would stick up for the kids who was kind of slow. Like, I was always the one that, I couldn't stand a fucking bully. I hated it. It was something about a bully that made my skin crawl. And I would tell them, look, fuck picking on them. Do that to me. You want to hit them? You want to steal from them? I dare you to do that shit to me. And that was just who I was. So for me, and then another thing was from an early age, I was always obsessed with Japan. And what I mean by that is just the samurai and their philosophy and their mindset. The thing is, it's it ain't about me. It's about the totality. So if I die, but the man behind me make it home and the mission gets accomplished, I'm good with that. I'm at peace with that. So for me, when I went active duty, I was fully prepared to not make it home. God forbid if something happened or whatever, and it was my time, then guess what? As long as the man next to me and the man behind me made it home, I did my job. But if you take that same scenario, that same mindset, and present it to today's generation, I guarantee less than 5% will understand what that means.
They don't. And this is why, I have no faith in this, in what we got going on here. But we've been rotted from the inside out.
Real quick, but Nicholas Levy's talking about, they have a with, like, I'm saying, Glocks in particular, there's a new product out now called like the G-Flex trigger. And essentially what it is like, you go ahead, you squeeze the trigger, you get one round. As soon as you go to let it out to reset, you get another round. So like I said, every pull is 2 rounds.
Damn. What's the law on what they call them? What's it called? Is it called a bump stock?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like the bump stock now. They went ahead and just did away with that. Like, you can have bump stocks on your rifles now.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can have. Wow. Family, something's happening, bro.
You already know.
Something's happening, man.
Yeah.
And now they're forcing this military shit. Something's happening. But when you killed the American household and took away the manhood of the men and stopped us from doing what we do, and giving all of these women, free reign to do what it is. And I'm not saying be a chauvinist and barefoot and pregnant. Please, y'all, I'm not saying that. I'm saying once you disarmed the men, it became a problem. Right?
Hey, welcome down Rand, man. Listen, I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you. I'm definitely gonna take you up on that. But nah, man, like, that's the thing, man. It's like, and it's I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, and some people may not understand what I'm about to say, but when I look at the state of the military today and the people that are joining and what they're doing, it breaks my heart. Like, it legitimately breaks my heart, because all I ever wanted to do was be a soldier. That's all I ever wanted. My whole goal was to go in as a mechanic, train and go and train, and basically, cross over to special forces. Now, here's the thing: whether you're a SEAL, you're Marine Recon, Delta Force, Army Ranger, Green Beret, whatever. I mean, 9 times out of 10, anytime some major shit crack off and a team go out, it's not uncommon for 1 to 2 team members not to make it home. It's not uncommon, especially taking into consideration the type of missions that they do. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing: that's what I wanted. I was fully, and now mind you, for me, I didn't give a fuck about the glory. I didn't give a fuck about getting no medals. I didn't care about none of that. I wanted to accomplish the mission. I wanted to make sure that my mother was safe, that my father was safe, that my daughter was safe. I didn't give a fuck what happened to me. I'm worried about the people back home.
You know what just dawned on me? Now these ladies are saying they choose the bear.
Yeah.
These boys are so soft that they're sitting around saying, hey, man, it needs to be changed in this country. Let whoever walk through the front door and just change everything around. I'll adhere to it. I will adhere to it because I don't care about, with black people getting shot and all this stuff. I'm telling you, they'll welcome the bullshit.
Dead ass. Hey, yo, real talk. Mind the Monster Musa just posted a joke, but here's the thing. As much as that's supposed to be a joke, that's some real shit. That's some real shit, because here's the thing. Nowadays, especially because the thing is, you are like, it's sad and it's scary at the same time that, God forbid, if something popped off, especially if you're active duty, you would be surprised how quickly you might be back to back with, you might be standing next to an enemy on your same side of the line.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you know what I'm saying? Here's something for you. Pat Tillman played for the Arizona Cardinals, had a multi-million-dollar contract. That man was one of the best. That man could crack for real, and he was fast. You know what I'm saying? Gave up a multi-million-dollar career with the Arizona Cardinals to go join the Army and become an Army Ranger. Guess what happened to him?
Got his shit going on.
Killed by friendly fire.
Yeah. I saw that. That was crazy. But I ain't gonna belabor the point. I gotta close this up because I got shit to do.
I feel you.
Man, thank you for joining me, good brother.
It's all good.
That. Get a minute, post your GoFundMe. We're gonna put that up there before we get out of here.
All right, real quick, let me do that. Oh.
Man, we've been getting, crock pot cooked in the last decade and some change, and we just didn't know it. And now we're in a situation where, women are legitimately choosing the bear. Didn't know it, and now, they're legitimately choosing the bear, y'all. They're choosing the bear.
I was gonna say, Welcome Down Ram. I don't have a way to get a hold of you, but if you want to, you can give. If you want to give Drew like your email or whatever, get it to him, and then I'll go and contact you that way because I ain't got. I don't have your information or whatever right now.
Yeah. Hit me with it. And explain what the GoFundMe is real quick before we get out of here.
So real quick. So long story short, probably about 3-4 months ago, I found out who my biological father was, like legitimately found out. And my sister sent me a picture of my grandfather and my father. So I took it and I put my face on the end of it and I sent it to Drew. And it's like we're all spitting images of each other. So he died of cancer some years ago, but I have three sisters who were still alive and 2 brothers who were still alive, and I'm the baby out of them. And my plan was to fly to Michigan July 15th to go meet him for the first time.
There it is. Let's help the brother out. Saying we still got time. You know what I mean? We're gonna make shit happen, man. And not everybody's rich. Well, I don't know all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, there might be some millionaires in there. You know what I'm saying? But we family, and this is what we do. This is how we help each other, man. So appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. I'm gonna talk some boxing in the morning. Yo, man, salute to y'all, brothers and sisters, man. And this is why I do this show, man, because this wasn't boxing talk, of course. This was to bring awareness, and for this to come out of nowhere like this, something's brewing. The American household is dead. All right. They're bringing the draft back, and women are there. We're done.
And that's the thing, man. Like, okay, to kind of put a little spin on it real quick. Everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody in here has heard of the comedian Eddie Griffin, right?
Yeah.
Eddie Griffin did a comedy special not too long ago, and he was talking, and he was talking about television and kids just being glued to the TV and everything, right? And it was something to the effect, it's like this called television programming. They're telling you visually to program, and everybody was laughing at it or whatever, but it was some real shit because the thing is, because think about it. Anytime something happens that we get wind of, whether it's the Epstein thing, the draft, Biden's son, he was a crackhead and got the felonies and blah, 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 whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Every time some shit crack off and we hear about it, immediately you see another story, another 2 stories, another 5 stories come out, and they want to go ahead and bury that other one so because it's like, it's essentially saying like, okay, well, they look at us like, well, we don't really have an attention span. So if we put something else in front of them, they ain't gonna see the shit no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, that's just what it is. So now, and I tell people, it's like, regardless of what's going on, regardless of how you necessarily may feel or don't feel about the country, feel about who the president is or whatever, at the end of the day, take care of your home, take care of your people, and be ready to handle your shit. God forbid if something crap.
Gotta be on point, man. We're gonna do the Right to Carry show real soon, bro.
I'm with you.
Dope, man. Hell yeah, man. But salute to you, good brother. And I'll holler. Welcome
No
down
doubt.
on Instagram, and I'm gonna send you this information.
All right, for sure.
No doubt, man. Salute to y'all. And I'll see y'all in the AM, and y'all take it gently.
I know.